If someone asks me what the Rumi Forum is and what its value is and what its benefits are to the community, I would say, first of all, it's an idea that connects itself back to a revolutionary, a 13th century poet and mystic, Rumi, from Persia and Turkey, who, in a way well before his time, in an era when people were killing each other over matters of religion, he very explicitly, in what he wrote and what he taught, understood that ultimately different religions are like different paths to a common goal, and that common goal is God. And he understood and appreciated that each of these paths is unique, and each of these paths has its own validity, and what distinguishes them, in effect, is what it is into which one was born, or into which one has arrived, and with which one is comfortable as a path to God. But there are different paths to God. In fact, one could argue that it would be odd for there not to be different paths to God, because the universe that God has created is so diverse, and humanity is so diverse. How could there not be diverse paths to God? And one of the things that Rumi recognized is how God is to be found everywhere. So the Rumi Forum is based on that kind of an idea. It's casting that kind of an idea into the context of the 21st century, a century in which we have our own complications, difficulties, problems with respect to interfaith, intercultural, interethnic communication or miscommunication. And I would say the enormous value of the Rumi Forum is how it reaches out in so many different directions, along so many different paths, to draw people together for conversations, not just about faith, but about everyday things, because ultimately even everyday things can have as a kind of backdrop faith, even if we're not aware of it. And so its value is to the entire community. It certainly plays a role in bringing Muslims, Christians, Jews, Hindus, Buddhists, those who don't believe in God even, together toward exploring what we are all about as a species, as groups, as communities, as individuals, and to help improve the world, make it a better place. That's ultimately what its value is. It's part of the mechanism of making the world a better place for ourselves and, more importantly, for our children and our grandchildren.